What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. As we are moving on to the second half of 2023, I thought it was the perfect time to check out some of the best free-to-play upcoming games that everyone should be excited about. Honestly guys, there's a tons of incredible free-to-play titles that is going to be released within this year, and also some of these games going to be available in 2024. And another great thing is that most of these titles are going to be available on pretty much all major platforms, including PC, Xbox as well as on PlayStation. So we got a lot to cover in today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Alright guys, starting the video with number 1, we got Wayfinder. It's an upcoming free-to-play massively multiplayer MMORPG which is going to be released on PC, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The game definitely focuses a lot on the co-op game mode. It does seem like a super fun game to play with your friends. You also got access to a selection of heroes with unique abilities and also have a massive open world to explore, also to collect valuable materials and also crafting. There is no mention about the exact release date of this game right now, but there's a lot of beta testing and playtest going on, especially on the PC side, and the game most likely to be released on the second half of 2023. Next up, we got a very interesting looking game that I recently found out, and that is the Ashfall. And it's going to be a free-to-play post-apocalyptic action-adventure type of a game which is going to be developed and published by NetEase Games. The game is set in the near future where you fight against AIs in a nuclear war against humanity, and you and your team must find a way to save the world. Honestly, the gameplay trailer looks absolutely amazing, but we currently don't have much information regarding the game. But they mentioned the game is supposed to be released on 2024 and it's going to be available on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and also on PlayStation 5. Alright, next up we got one of my most anticipated game of this year, and that is the Ark Raiders. And it's a free-to-play third-person PvP/PvE extraction shooter type of a game which is developed and published by Embark Studios. Honestly, this game was announced sometimes back and they released a gameplay trailer alongside with it as well. But right now we are just getting into the beta test period of this game, and hopefully we will be getting more information in the upcoming Summer Game Fest. And the game is going to be available on PC, PlayStation 5 as well as on Xbox Series S and X. And the game most likely going to be released by the end of 2023 or early 2024. Alright, next up we got a pretty interesting game for those who like to play open world survival games, and that is the Undawn. As I said guys, it's a free-to-play open world survival RPG game which is developed by Lightspeed Studios, and you guys might know they are the guys who behind the PUBG Mobile as well, which means Undawn is also based on a mobile game and it's going to be available on PC as well. And the good news is that the game is coming very soon, and the announced release date is on 15th June 2023, which means the game should be available within the next couple of weeks. Alright, next up we got one of the most hyped first-person shooter games to be released on this year, and that is the Finals. It's a free-to-play fast-paced arena-style first-person shooter where you play in a team of 3 and you play inside the game show, which is a very unique and different experience. And few weeks back I had the chance to try out the playtest for this game and I absolutely love it. The game overall received a lot of positive feedback from the community, and I can't wait to get my hands on with this game by the end of this year. It's a very unique first-person shooter experience compared to most of the other games available on the market right now, and the game is going to be available on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and also on PlayStation 5. Alright guys, if you're a big fan of medieval fantasy games, our next game is probably one of the best games that you should definitely keep your eye on, and that is the Warhaven. Warhaven is a free-to-play multiplayer medieval fantasy combat game which is going to be developed and published by Nexon Games. In this game there are 2 teams, 16 players each, and also you get access to rosters of soldiers with unique abilities and skills that you can use in the battlefield. And the game heavily focuses on the brutal melee combat and also range combat with arrows and bows alongside some magical elements as well. They actually did a playtest last year, but I haven't really had the chance to try out the game myself. But as far as I know, the game is only coming right now for PC, and we should be getting more information about the release date in the upcoming Summer Game Fest. Alright, next up we got a super interesting looking game called Open Mode, and it's a free-to-play extreme hardcore tactical competitive style first-person shooter which was developed and published by Hyper Gaming. And compared to most of the other first-person shooters out there in the market, this game is heavily focused on the customization. And game's supposed to be released very soon with a competitive mode and also some casual PvP modes like team deathmatch, domination and all those sort of stuff. And also there is a PvE zombie mode separately, which is also a pretty cool addition. Nevertheless guys, the game is only going to be available on PC PC right now, and it's going to be released by the end of this month, which I'm super excited to play. Alright, next up we got Gangster New York, and it's an upcoming free-to-play multiplayer third-person shooter which is similar to a game like GTA 5 but heavily focused on a single game mode where you and other 20 players completing crimes in the semi-open world area, and ultimate goal is to earn many cash as you can before the time run out, and at the end of the day there's only a one winner. And as you guys might know, this game was developed and published by Gameloft, the largely popular mobile developing company. So this game is based on a mobile game and it's going to be available PC and also on mobile. And we don't have much information regarding the exact release date of this game. Alright, next up we got a pretty cool game for those who like to play battle royale games, and that is the Hype Squad. It's an upcoming free-to-play action-packed third-person battle royale game which heavily focuses on the melee combat. There is a huge cast of characters to choose with different abilities and unique styles, and also a pretty cool arsenal of melee weapons to choose from as well. The game is currently on a playtest for the NA server, so if you are from that region you can download the demo version of this game and try it out. And the game should be fully released by the end of 2023, and the game is only going to be available for the PC on the release date. Alright, next up we got an upcoming free-to-play sci-fi action-adventure type of a game called Sing. Yes, it's a futuristic style of a third-person shooter where you play as a runner who joined the war against deadly creatures called as nanos. Anyway guys, currently we don't have much information regarding the exact release date, but the game most likely going to be released on the summer 2023, and it's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 5 as well as on Xbox Series S and X. Anyway guys, before moving on to the next part, if you enjoyed the video so far, please help me out, drop a like and a subscribe because we cover a lot of free-to-play content on this channel. So yeah guys, drop a like and a sub, much appreciated. Alright, next up we got a couple of upcoming games from Ubisoft. The first one is the X-Defined. It's an upcoming free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter very similar to a game like Call of Duty, and it's a great free-to-play upcoming alternative. I had the chance to try out the beta version of this game a few weeks back. I honestly enjoy every bit of it. The gameplay is very solid, and overall the game received a lot of positive feedback from the community, and it's most likely going to be available in the next few months, and I'm super excited to try out the game again. And it's going to be available on pretty much all major platforms including PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One as well as Xbox Series X and X. Alright, next up we got The Division Heartland. It's another Ubisoft title and their first entry as a free-to-play title on the Division series. Yes, it's a free-to-play PvP/PvE action-adventure third-person shooter type of a game which is set in the mysterious rural town called Silver Creek, where as a player you have to squad up and play against different enemy factions and also survive in the harsh environment. Currently the game is still on closed beta stage, and the game most likely going to be available on early 2024. And it's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X and also Xbox One. Alright, next up we got a super cool looking game for those who like to play team-based sports game, and that is the Meta Ball. Yes, Meta Ball is an upcoming free-to-play fast-paced action-packed sports game where you basically play basketball on a hoverboard. I mean, how cool is that? Anyway guys, the gameplay looks super interesting and highly addictive, and it's going to be free-to-play, online multiplayer and cross-play enabled. And they also announced the more information about this game is going to be revealed on the upcoming Steam Summer Fest, and it's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 5 as well as on Xbox Series S and X. Alright, next up we got an upcoming free-to-play title called Hawk, and honestly we don't have much information regarding the game other than the Steam page and the cinematic gameplay trailer. Anyway, it's an upcoming online PvP/PvE extraction type of a shooter where you have to squad up with your friends and explore this mysterious island, fight different enemies and ultimately steal different ancient treasures. And seems to me the game is heavily focused on the casual side with much more fun aspect compared to other extraction shooters in the market, which I'm really excited about. Right now we don't have much information regarding the exact release date of this game, but it's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and X. Alright, next up we got a very unique upcoming competitive tactical first-person shooter called Alara Prime. So it's going to be 4v4v4, which means total of 12 players playing on 3 different teams, which makes the game so unique and tactically very different compared to other games. And they mentioned in their Steam page the game is going to be released in 2024, but we don't have any information regarding the exact release date of this game. And I believe it's only going to be available on PC, and there's no mention about the console release of this game yet. Next up, we got an interesting upcoming game which I very recently found out on Steam, and that is called Their Land. And it's an upcoming free-to-play action adventure / puzzle type of a game which has a great storyline and a beautiful, vibrant, large, mysterious island to explore alongside some challenging puzzles. It's going to be mainly a single-player game which also support online co-op as well. And honestly guys, the game should be available in few days time, 6th of June to be exact, so I'm super excited to try out the game in the next few days. And the game is only going to be available on PC on Steam. Alright, next up we got Dawnlands, which is an upcoming open world survival crafting type of a game which heavily focus on the exploration, puzzle solving, and this beautiful looking art style remind me of the Legend of the Zelda games. It's a super cool looking game. It's going to be available on PC as well as on mobile. There's no mention about the exact release date, but the game is more likely to be available in the later this year. Alright, next up we got The First Descendant. It's an upcoming free-to-play third-person co-op action RPG type of a game, which is also going to be a looter-shooter style of a game, heavily focused on the sci-fi elements. The game is somewhat similar to a popular game like Destiny 2, but in third person. Nevertheless guys, we don't have information about the exact release date, but the good news is that the game is going to be available on pretty much all major platforms including PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and also Xbox One. Alright, next up we got a super exciting upcoming free-to-play football game called UFL, and it's going to be developed and published by Striker Z. And I gotta say guys, I used to play a lot of football games back in the day. I'm a big fan of FIFA, but I stopped buying annual FIFA games a long time ago, and this game is hands down one of the best games and probably gonna be a great free-to-play alternative in the upcoming years. The game is more likely to be announced in the second half of 2023, and it's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. And guys, finally we got an upcoming free-to-play co-op zombie survival game called Project C, where you play as a crew of survivors who has to unravel the secret of this Nazi-controlled island. The game has an interesting storyline involved to it as well. You can play in single-player mode as well as online co-op, but we haven't really had much information about this game other than their Steam page. No mention about the exact release date or anything, but it's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 5 and also Xbox Series S and X. Well, that's pretty much wrap up the video guys. I hope you guys find some great upcoming free-to-play games to be excited about, and also let me know down below what is your favorite game from today's list. And also if I missed any good upcoming free-to-play games, definitely let us know down in the comment section as well. As always guys, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to drop a like and also subscribe because we cover a lot of free-to-play content on this channel. I catch you guys soon in my next video. Stay safe.